Navi has shown us great Counter-Strike this event. Navi have exceeded expectations, but they are up against a Goliath tonight.
No doubt about it. Looking at the results that have happened so far, it's very clear. Nobody's safe. Let's see who sets the tone.
Kindar getting fully flashed immediately. That's pressure up into connector. And Serrato finds himself a double kill from the catwalk. Wonderful's already gonna answer from the top of middle. That's man advantage Navi.
Yeah, that's a big clapback, actually. There's a rotation coming in. Yuri goes unspotted.
All right. Quick insta headshot. Oh, a little more labored there from Fallen. Wonderful's gonna continue with this. And as he takes a look over top of the staircase, it's just this Yuri position in sight. There comes that second. And we've got Navi finding the first round with the quad kill on the pistol.
That's 4 for Wonderful.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.
That backroom support system for a guy like Wonderful to continue with this success as the pressure will increase each and every step of this way. But hang on, because speaking of pressure, it's an immediate pop out into the B bomb site.
The flash is good.
Oh! Serrato's bomb is finds 2.
They must have countered that. Now they can't get out the window.
Mac 10 attempt for the entry. Tough job here for Bit. You've got one player in MongolZ low. Serrato loses his head. And in doing so, Bit makes this one ever the more likely. Smoke grenade's gonna give him cover to the right side. Easy cross through that site. And a triple kill here for Bit on the full recovery. Fallen's up next. Wonderful's got it. And down they go. That's what Navi need early on. Again, recovering from a disadvantageous position out the gate.
Yeah, that's not just disadvantageous, but 3-on-5 without getting out into the site.
FURIA kind of let off that pressure somewhat, right? They give over mid-control, not that Navi currently know it.
Dropping this minute smoke and calling out that they're not established here will let them out a little bit.
MongolZ's out already. Trying to find contact, shots to the back of the head, but the player up on platform survives. Great coverage. Yuri's 2 kills are clean. Here comes that bounce back though. Wonderful emerging, still has the pressure on Yuri. And unfortunately here for FURIA, he's not good for a third. But he did create enough of a space for Yakinder to slide this in. So he'll hold, and as he's got this cover, it seems like he's gonna go unnoticed, but it all boils down to when and how he strikes.
You must strike though.
Serrato's killed, but Yakinder is able to cover. And so with 56 health, we've got this early Bit clutch attempt denied. FURIA's first gun round nets them their first round win.
There was a dot of hesitation from Yakinder back at triple, but he actually sacrificed 2 teammates to find a moment to take his peek.
Let's see what kind of new tricks they have up their sleeves for this one. FURIA's first gun round nets them the round 4 win. Navi's economy was healthy. That's why you see them come back with everything they need, this wonderful op included. But as quickly as he can buy it, Yakindar's gonna drop it towards the top of middle. And not the first time we've seen FURIA already look for that foray top mid. That is a wild swing from MongolZ. And the fact of the matter is it's just Serrato back towards catwalk, signing up for this duel. But in doing so, he takes no damage and will regain that man advantage that FURIA fought for out of the gate. Repeat here for Emet, trying to take the place of MongolZ. And he will, in terms of a corpse. And down towards underpass, Alexi holds one back, so we kind of go back and forth, but it's FURIA's advantage all the while.
Yeah, I think they overfished that moment when they tried to get into B with the second player. I mean, Imma, maybe when he takes that first peek, doesn't see anything okay, but if you don't expect FURIA to have rotated off of that huge scare that MongolZ just gave them, then you're kind of assuming they're going to play the situation really badly, which they didn't. So that feels like where the round actually dies. Serrato obviously takes full credit here for sticking to his position back on cap bricks, getting that first kill, and making sure MongolZ doesn't catch on fire early. But yeah, this actually is an option.
Timing to end it, but you also offer an opening.
Wait a second, this is definitely a live situation.
Yuri, though, so close to this bomb site, and Navi no other options. They're gonna keep trudging along, and both these players beneath half health. Coverage there on the gap. Oh, but he gets cleared, and off of the bomb plant comes Alexi. He's gonna need this headshot. Yuri trying to fish this out from behind boxes, but at which side does he peek? That's the question. Yuri's got them dead to rights. It's an opening offered up by FURIA, right? That cap push that could have ended the round. You get this strong A start out of FURIA because MongolZ's ops got a deep angle through the apartments. So just banking on the rookie towards B solo. But with so many players inside of A, you'd think Yuri can just watch this window for eternity. It's going to take a lot to turn him. And so, as you hear that utility hit the bomb site, he remains locked in. No reason to look elsewhere because of the numbers that FURIA have positioned appropriately.
Ooh, no bomb spotted, but the bomb also is in mid trying to get into connector.
T's coming into this one now with a single smoke canister on Wonderful, a single
Molly.
flash on Bit. Very low utility here at 35 seconds. Could bank on the gun duels, and Bit finds one. Labored effort from K-Serrano. That is not as clean as you would hope for. And yet still, we're back to the 2 versus 2. That bomb gets dropped in the attack to the bomb site. Yakindar's 30 health versus Bit on this bomb site.
MongolZ
Goes for the recovery, and as he picks up that bomb, he'll also pick up the frag. MongolZ smoked off. That's a lot of space for Navi, and he writes off this potential mid-threat. It's a done deal.
Okay.
Navi put that squeeze on the A site and come out on top.
Loving the huge plays out of Bit. Another 3K for him and a round on the board off the tack.
Here's MongolZ though, you know, instead of leaving him passive over towards the B apps, why don't you get him active? Maybe that's why. Because off of a sudden flashbang, Imez got himself 2 easy pickups.
Wait a second, Navi are frying here.
In a round where all the economy for FURIA is on the line, they face now this 3v5 with a pistol for Fallen.
That was the heaviest point of the attack. They sit over 2 guns that FURIA would like to get back.
Wow, total change of pace as well from Navi. It's the same destination in this A site. Missed off shot could have reopened the threat, but fine is Bit with the headshot towards the ticket side. And that rotation, stomping all the while, is going to be found with the back turn, and so this one just remains easy for Navi. Off of the squeeze into that bomb site to a well-timed flash, a golden flashbang, and a golden ticket to this 5-3 lead.
Will Navi make FURIA regret potentially allowing this veto to happen? Obviously, Inferno is FURIA's pick, so we'll see about that. But so far, so good for the team that wins Mirage.
But there's a world where Blade comes in and they have that kind of combo set. 2 very convincing rounds for Navi back to back. Imez just got a bloodbath queued up. Feast, my friend. Quad kill made easy by way of FURIA's pistol, and so 3 rounds for Navi to start, 3 for the rebuttal of FURIA, and 3 again here for Navi. With a second smoke
it's an
down,
invitation.
he sees that as a chance to at least push 1 step closer. And with Vision, now the timing could be at any moment. And he gets his fight into connector. MongolZ's got to turn, but as he looks away, MongolZ actually oversteps Ima in for the entry, and the 5v4 advantage. Round 10 starts with an opening kill to Navi's favor, one where I feel like there could have been even more depth and decay for FURIA to have to handle. Connector players survive that test. Yakindar steps back, sitting on only 50 points of health here. We've got this group up inside Connector, and as they inch their way closer to him, he tries to strike them down, but there has been no answer yet. Yuri's been rock solid within this bomb site, but he too destroyed. And there is not one piece of that defense that goes well for FURIA.
Whoa, the machine has started rolling here. K-Serrano, 1-on-5 situation. Navi have dominated mid in these last few tries. MongolZ, he does this in front of Imma, made space in front of the smoke, got out and made it 2 frags.
Other than that, it's been a clean, high-level game of Counter-Strike. The right-timed pauses with results off the back of them.
This next bullet could be the round, could be recovery, could be a disaster.
Versus 3, though. Fallen awaits. Oh, how fast does the first one swing? Fast enough, but still Fallen keeps up. It's Alexi who pays the price for that entry. Oh,
there we go.
Wonderful. Clips K-Serrano on the jump over. Fire's going to burn Yakindar ever closer. If Emet dies in middle, that would be a gun offered up, but everything's going... Oh,
come on.
What a snap.
Keep going.
And what a close here for Navi. 8 rounds on this T side. From the entries to the solo mid-lurk. Yeah. And Blade's seen it all.
Yeah. But this is a sandbox. There's always new rounds to watch.
Pressure top mid out of the gate again here for FURIA. And not to mention that double op setup. MongolZ will be found, but can Fallen catch them off guard with the secondary. Yuri's headshot suddenly makes it feel like FURIA are going to find one for the road. But here comes Wonderful. Mistimed knife swap. And as he jumps back into the Tetris side of things, it seems to be good. His teammate picks up a kill. And with K-Serrano down, Wonderful, whoa, missed. Shot up close, another chance with the big green. And Yakindar keeps that pressure on. A 3v2 for FURIA.
Oh, he's seen 3v2s, called them before, but I don't know. Navi brought them close. 12 kills apiece on the 2 players alive here for Navi.
Whoa. That's gonna confirm it. Yakindar's ready, and so he'll lock in his frag. Here comes E-Man, on for the clutch. Great cover here for Yakindar, but it's not enough. Or is it? Fallen able to take that gap shot in order to find the 1 round for the road. It was a burst of success early for FURIA. A 4th round at the tail end, but 4 is all they'll find.
This is a good look at NAVI.
Stay connected a little more on the situations, and let's go.
And it's true. They have been through it all. They do know how to win from this position. Oh, the only new factor is the circumstances. The major quarterfinal, MongolZ another kill. 7 frags, but also a lot of impact in that first half.
Okay. Oh, why not? Why not? NAVI just find a bit of a freebie there over top of Fallen, forced the call from the sidelines, and that's bomb possession as well, dropped on Catwalk. That could have made things awkward if MongolZ didn't get that instant kill right back.
And Bit has already pushed the A ramp. He's not watching this.
Ooh.
Oh, that find is so sweet from Alexi.
Isn't that just lovely? Chance towards Palace as well to have found himself a second. That's gonna
Oh, 1 bullet. It's art, it's music.
You know what's sick is that Wonderful did it, Alexi did it, Bit did it, and then Imez here as well to find execution with the pistols. NAVI's lead grows with momentum at the start of the defensive half.
That was beautiful to listen to, the precision there for NAVI in a moment like this.
Sometimes they can still feel so risk averse. But when you've got this much of a lead, this much of a comfort zone to work within, why wouldn't you? Just take a look. See if you can find a free frag versus, say, Fallen. Alexi keeps himself tucked into the corner. He's got cover inbound. MongolZ dead already. There's the answer back. It's from MOUZ and Yuri. This 2 versus 5 starts to come together. Shots whiz by both directions through that windowsill. 32 health here for MOUZ, certainly not ideal. And we've got Wonderful currently working with that defuse kit. They need an X-Factor moment, and they needed it 5 rounds ago, but they will take it here in the 15th if they have to. Locked into the corner, MOUZ awaits. Oh, and they will close this!
Oh, another incision from MOUZ, 32 health, both frags.
There's a high likelihood that NAVI understand what's coming their direction, and we see that forward press start to fall back.
It's like a high-level read because they actually haven't moved. They're
More
doubled up in an
utility.
interesting spot. A play's coming in.
It's gonna block off the jungle side. 4 strong out connector. This is where Bit and Wonderful end up, and only one of them can find success, and 1 is enough. Triple kill from Wonderful. Slows it down long enough for Ema to get into the play. MOUZ 60 health. To the top of Tetris, he'll catch one.
Right.
But we've got NAVI back to winning ways.
Oh, there were levels right there. Bit seeing the nades come over. They have a 2v5 victory as well.
Bomb drop, that's gonna make it awkward because the timing, it should have been perfect for MongolZ. Now Imez gonna get jumped on by that Tech 9. Yo, he gets back around the corner, but there's more inside of jungle. And so Quesarado just takes the second target, tethers off connector, Bit turns within it.
Perfect pivot.
50 health here for Yakindar, bomb on his back, and an almost open B site. Just this one flash comes flying out from Market, and that's gonna give him info as to where this CT's at. The trajectory of that grenade gives Yakindar a bit of this picture.
Galil and 50 HP, man. Can you squeeze water from stone here, Yakinder?
Look at the health on the others. Sure, Alexi's on 100, but Yakindar's, up close and personal.
Play to trade. That's all you have to do in a 3v1.
Single rifle here for the attack of Yakindar. They're gonna try to just play with the timing by puncturing it out through the smoke. And pressure on the defenders means space taken here for FURIA. Bit gets the fade away. We've got the rebuttal. Off of the lesser weapons, it's 3. MOUZ connecting with a headshot. And we have been waiting for him to find his moment. Well, here it could be. Facing the map loss, 7 rounds needed, upgrade found. And now that he sits pretty on this op, with low economy on the side of NAVI, do they believe in this 2 versus 3?
I feel as though crazier things have happened for them in this map. But with MOUZ on this gun, surely not.
Oh, that's a great flashbang. Gets the op shot out and finds Fallen.
Oh, you can't miss
Quesarado's
now.
pause on that M4. Well, he didn't, he wasn't able to cover, so now he's got to get the jungle duel, and he does it. Oh, dang.
They actually do it.
It all just falls apart. Onto the defuse. 0.2 seconds. That's what was left on that retake. That is how meticulous and fantastic Navi's Mirage just was. You never tell NAVI
Never tell Navi the odds. Words to live by.
We get a fast opening move down Banana here for Alexi B. Devilwalk had a lot of emphasis on Banana. As this map goes forward, we'll see if it ends up being an avenue of attack. For the moment, it's the arch side. Yakinder's got the opening kill, but there's teammates here to help him. Oh, MongolZ able to shave MOUZ off of it with a headshot. They kind of get stalled out momentarily, but we will find FURIA with that rebuttal, that 4 versus 3, and the fast flank down Banana.
Oh no, surely not.
Oh! It gets found out, but it doesn't get dealt with. That's the open door to double back. Knowing that Alexi has pushed means FURIA can take over B.
They gotta go quickly. Alexi's here to meet him. Right at the pass, Yakinder gets a really important frag.
What about the cover? Bomb plant behind that fountain. Oh, it's just clinical with the headshots. FURIA find first blood.
This is a game that feels like it's over. It feels like FURIA are gonna lose. It feels like after Mirage, they put the pressure back on a Navi a little bit with this pistol. Let's see if they make it too.
No team gets to secure world's #1 without being tested.
That's gonna hurt.
In terms of trying to hold it.
And that's kind of what you want to see, man. You want to see tactics get kills.
Sure.
In a game like this. That's actually, I think, well, what won the map back on Mirage for Navi.
Everybody inside of the bracket control here for FURIA, but this is still number strong Navi on this A site, and we already start to see that peel back from B for Alexi. Frag Grenade's gonna whittle down a little bit of health from 3. You got QUARTERFINAL low on 40. Pistols trying to take position inside of the site, and Wonderful finds a headshot. Bits next up. Wonderful's got another. It's a bloodbath. It's a slaughter. It's a forced by victory, Navi.
It's a total massacre. No way they pulled that off. Split got into place. Try to turn this into a win or go and die, honestly, because they don't have a lot of money. No good guns to save.
Yakindar still up in the apartments. Everybody else for FURIA ready to go off mid. Wonderful starts to get back into the bomb site. And yeah, Navi can feel this pressure. It's coming in quick. Flashes and the Tech 9s trying to just bolster through. Bit's got the first one. We'll stay on him. He's able to just lay that lead down range.
Oh, he loves the camera.
Oh, yeah. Whips it back around towards
yes,
Mono's
sir,
side.
Bit.
And that's Bit.
Yes,
Quad kill.
Sir.
Now we go back to Copenhagen.
They were left embarrassed in that best of 5 the last time they played FURIA.
Faster moves this time by FURIA, already trying to pounce out through the brackets. They're going to take this test towards Wonderful, and his first shot is a whiff, as is all of Bit's spray. There we go. FURIA get it going into the A bomb site. Emesh short, cuts down 2 players. That could be critical for the retake, but you still offered the guns, the bomb plant, and this smoke on Moto.
With an op-in play, I mean, this actually might be off limits for the CT side. We got CT spawn rotation for Alexi. No one's coming in from halls. It's going to be a very risky retake. It could cost them a lot to try to go for this.
Fallen locked into the pit. Oh, he's got MongolZ to his side. Interesting to see MongolZ hanging on to the AK while Fallen swings that off.
This would just be
so
insane
the pressure
if they
stays on with the fire being extinguished. Fallen hits his. MongolZ queued up for one, and never did Alexi get a chance to take a look at this bomb site. So Navi think that maybe there was something here to pull on, but I love that FURIA show us a bit of ferociousness. One of the fastest rounds of the attack so far between these maps, and it is just a barrel towards that A site, because if you're gonna go down in this quarterfinal, then you better go down swinging.
Leave it all out on the table, and you've got nothing.
So here we go towards Banana. FURIA's presence on the other side of that half wall. MongolZ looks to lock in. And I mean, there's been no shy amount of grenades coming his direction. So, oh, yes, sir. MongolZ, snapshot down onto MongolZ. No retreat allowed. 5v4 FURIA.
That's what was missing on Mirage. Great flick from MongolZ. Another 5v4 situation for FURIA. And instantly, everyone at his back.
Get another layer of defense, though, behind this. And the frag grenade is very well placed. 40 damage for QUARTERFINAL is nothing to scoff at. Alexi B lingers ever so slightly here. We've got that flashbang in hand for his teammate. When does it come over? Oh, insta-kill for the boost. And then he's able to get back into the cover, and with that flash coming through, Fallen was blinded, but he still lines up that headshot before Alexi can get a second.
The layered tactic was wonderful.
Navi, right off this, and FURIA will find a tied game early.
Pre-planned here to get out of there. So MongolZ's opener is massive. The flash to get that into from 1 kill to 2 from Navi was excellent. They pulled that off. There are results that will happen in this playoffs that no one's ready for.
It's the nature of the beast with how stacked things have been here in Budapest. So both teams come into round 7 with guns. This is a similar start to the way Mirage went. And now MongolZ freed up with this MP9. Okay, jumping over quesoRado. Last round we had that frag grenade sailing down to quesoRado. This time it's a player on his head. And some utility to try to answer back, but Yuri ends up eating damage and not able to catch him on the recover. So that's MongolZ gone, and Wonderful takes an off angle in the meantime.
Not the most amount of kills for MongolZ, even in the recent weeks, actually. You know, his form joining into Navi was very special. I thought he did a great job of... Oh, that's big. That's the op spotted at the bomb spotted at a minute. The opper down on the round. Wonderful.
And watch him as he sits on this angle. They'll have to smoke him off, and he doesn't send anything through it just yet.
I mean, this is an impossible position for FURIA, right? They've got, I mean, it's bottom B dominance. It's 5. MongolZ went from, again, I think too much actually relied on him to do everything in the beginning to it becoming a healthier Navi, where now there's other contributors. The real question is, you know, were Wonderful and Bit going to get their form together?
Right.
But Navi like playing late round situations.
Oh yeah, to a flaw.
Yeah, they love it.
Missed chance. Wonderful what could have been. Here comes the flashbang towards Banana. MongolZ. That's thin cover, brother. Back to it. Heel goes. Ooh, what could have. Now from the corner, Alexi B collects the headshot onto Yuri, and it wasn't just MongolZ here. He had those 2 teammates right behind him, and the fire doesn't spread, but the follow-up sure will.
Okay.
MongolZ burns him out.
But only in dollars. 20 seconds now, and this is where it gets dangerous for FURIA. Kinder's just a lurker on the other side of the map.
Man, and Imez just stuck in, holding into the back of that bomb site. Wonderful shot made easy.
So free.
MongolZ goes down with nothing. It's a sitting duck. It seemed like fake plant once from quesoRado punished, and Navi have had control of this bomb site since the get-go.
I mean, come on, tell me they look like themselves. They look like they're Navi, and that's not a good sign for FURIA.
Not the first grenade they've missed in this quarterfinal, but yeah, you missed 2, and I think quesoRado's happy to step up. 2 missed incendiaries. What a waste of money and resources here for Navi, so don't be surprised when FURIA try to take a test towards your direction. They know that there shouldn't be more fire on the ground as they approach. They'll smoke out that cross. Alexi opens it, backs turn to it, and as he nails the double kill, they will, sure, clear out the bomb site and track him down with the frag grenade. Support's inbound, but it's whittled down as well. Emek cut to 29 health as these half HP players for FURIA just sink into the back of this bomb site. One climbs up, the other locks in.
They try to take Pool out of the equation. There's no anyone on Banana right now. He's playing from above. Low HP, 100 HP between them.
Still good util here. There it comes. Flames at the feet of Yuri. He tries to buy time, swings out wide. Ballin's got to go massive.
My goodness.
Won't. He ball bursts.
It's beautiful. It's art.
Finally, a bit of success here for FURIA, but it is just as quickly put out. Fire on one side of middle, but no eyes yet on Arch. Alexi, he's going to hear them stomping over towards the CT spawn. MongolZ locked into the corners, got util to try to burn, but he actually doesn't drop it. And so they're going to come into this with a huge pack of players. He instantly pulls the trigger, and Alexi flanked them through that spawn so that he could get one as well. Ends up doubling down onto Fallen, and nothing seemed to be going well except for Yakinder still lingered. That bomb gets dropped, and it gets set ablaze at 20 seconds.
That's a terrible spot for it to be.
Oh, they've got to try to press their luck, and remember, Yakinder only has 1 point of health. He's lucky to even have a frag. quesoRado's here to save it, and as he gets his hands onto the bomb, they'll cross back in the open. Emet cuts them down, and Navi no bounds.
They can't hit a shot. They can't win a round. Clock is not on their side. Everything's falling apart.
FURIA feel like they tried to play one fast again.
Handed them the shovel to dig their own grave, essentially, is the analogy here.
Whoa. 7-3, comfortable so far for Navi.
Is this why you didn't want to fight on Banana?
Well, at least this time, quesoRado gets his revenge, sends bullets back through, and MongolZ not able to live longer than his 1 frag. But it's just felt like a suffocating defense so far from Navi, and that's before somebody like Wonderful has been freed up to go for these kinds of mid-picks. Given a bit of vision on the 1 member of FURIA that sticks around, that's going to get him tucked back in behind smoke.
Sees no one setting up the jumping nades.
But again, disruptive utility, and again, Alexi's right here to handle the pressure. Imez right by him, and so the trade brag's good. Beyond good. Navi, fantastic.
Keep an eye on the multi-kills. Himma gets 2.
As this T-side fizzles out, a 4th or 5th round for FURIA would be so good for their chances, but he'll find nothing. Bit's confidence comes down that short side like dragon's breath. FURIA just burned up every step of the way. You can't push a smoke, you can't find a flank. Well, actually, I was gonna say had just left. Sticks around for a second. Puts Wonderful on the angle. Here comes that pop. He's gonna drop down, try to slow it down. Will Wonderful be able to recover? Emet takes shots back through the smoke. This is a moment for Wonderful to really shine, or a chance for FURIA to catch that much needed fourth.
They're gonna let him take it.
Back turns to him. The first one's free. Alexi smoke spam nets another kill for Navi. And it looks like MongolZ is gonna try to keep that pressure on. Bomb planted, 2 kills there. FURIA will find nothing more. This is a Navi running towards semifinals. This is a Navi that reminds you this core has won majors.
That
He's
one.
very kind of stubborn, and we just need to punish him for this.
Very stubborn, he says, about FURIA's game plan. Into the pistol will go.
Love it.
A chance for Navi to just stomp out FURIA in this finish. MongolZ double kill, instantaneous. And if Fallen's not able to hold that bomb site on his own, B is a foregone conclusion. Bit will collect the kill towards Boiler as Navi remain with both options open. Yuri cowers in the back of this bomb site, hoping to be the hero. And as he hears that utility, they will track him down. It's one thing to win this pistol for the 10-3 lead. It's another to do it without a single player falling.
Oh my, they're about to leave him embarrassed at this rate. Looking just like Mirage, as if the map change never even really happened. Navi are grabbing 10. Fallen's even lucky to get anything here at the end of this round. And that best of 5 reverse sweep, it's the first we've seen since Dong did it as he first joined Spirit.
Whoa.
It's something that we never thought would happen again, and it happened to Navi.
Plenty of time for Navi to reapply the squeeze.
This is Navi's arena, right? They're gonna do what FURIA did maybe in the first half and make it look good somehow. They don't mind if there's under 10 seconds on the clock.
Yuri tries to push down middle. Oh, nice headshot. It's a bit of effort there for Emet to get the recovery kill, so he ends up losing 80 health as well. Forced by victory right now by FURIA. Maybe we can start trying to tip the scales.
No greater plan at play right there. As a mercenary mission there for Yuri. 1 kill was maybe the best outcome they could ask for. But the instant refrag. Let's see if Fallen can scare them with a smoke. Minimal presence over here towards B. He'd love to have a full kit of utility. I'm not sure if they can chain them, but doesn't seem like he's picked any more up. Rotate's coming in now.
Kindar keeps pressure on, executes Emet from behind, 5-7s,
Okay.
doing great here for FURIA. And so Navi trying to head back the other direction again, 15 seconds. This round has fizzled out. FURIA have kept the pressure on both sides, and that's just great moves individually, right? Yuri going down, like you said, on his own. And so Navi having to fight from both sides of Banana, ultimately give FURIA a lifeline, but that's all this is. Nobody in this building or online should get ahead of themselves. FURIA have a lifeline, but nothing more. With utility in hand, they could slow this down. 55 seconds, Tech9 starts to rattle out from the apartments. Here comes that double back. It's short side emphasized instead. Molodoy, gets popped by MongolZ. Wonderful's able to get that Galil into the kill feed. Yuri, that's nice.
Two is crazy.
Frag is beautiful.
With an MP9, man, that's value.
Headshot onto the balcony's fantastic. We get Wonderful on the recovery of that bomb. 77 health in a 1v2 queued up, but whittled down by Fallen, who decides to take matters into his own hands, step out from that library, and add the 5th to the scoreboard.
Incredible work. Again, the MP9 there for Yuri. If not for that.
And still a lead where you shouldn't be afraid if you are Navi, but we'll see. Confidence wavers in the face of this FURIA recovery. That's what we've got so far, the recovery. First step to the comeback. MongolZ again thrown towards Banana, this time unsuccessful in the face of Fallen's aggression.
Strong parent right there. Only 2 names in the kill feed, but they can smell a 3B setup. Problem is they don't have a way to move on this. What I'm worried about is Quesarado's long sprays.
Okay.
He's taking a long time to get some of these kills. We saw a moment on Mirage.
Whoa, how about that?
All right, now we're good.
Headshot and the mow down. Wonderful, not long for this world. D-Man, what are you up to?
That's 2 down. Fallen's low. Imma can get a bomb plant, but on 29 HP, you think this is a non-factor.
Replaces the smoke on CT Cross. We're gonna get this inevitable Banana flank. But like you said, on 29 health, you'd think no chance in hell. You'd think. Molodoy's op already up on the angle. The rumblings of the retake coming his way. Oh, it's a 3rd headshot! Imez on for it now, lock the hell in. Fallen's gonna try to force his hand. That off giving the cover.
No.
Quad kill, and Fallen denies.
He doesn't know.
That is all the experience in the world coming together for a rifle headshot from Fallen.
One bullet away from death.
Wow.
And a 1-on-5 for Ima in playoffs at a major.
Sub 40 HP.
That'll be one of the biggest what-ifs ever. If this series actually results in a comeback for FURIA, my goodness. They don't know about his HP, and I think that's for the best.
MongolZ will try his damnedest to avoid exactly that, but sometimes easier said than done. Right now, Yakindar's looking at it, and shots don't come back his way, but there is presence from Navi on the other side. He goes right back and will cut down Wonderful. There is the push through the smoke, though.
Oh, an answer, MongolZ.
Weaponized for the answer, and that's going to get that MongolZ op rotation instantly moving over.
It's actually an interesting situation for Navi. They want to move quickly out of this idea. They're actually calling out the rotation to be reclaiming of banana control after MongolZ dies a little earlier than expected. Now pressure on the two Brazilians over on the A side. Full force attack coming in.
Bit sitting here ready to just blindside K-Serrato. Yuri and K-Serrato, the teeth of FURIA, sit and wait, and they'll cut down two players immediately, 4v2 advantage. That's all they had to do. And now as they look for more, K-Serrato's got the headshot onto Bit. He managed to do another clutch attempt, but taken down to 30 health, and still he can't clear Pit.
Wow.
Yuri dunks it on him, and with two players alone inside of that bomb site, we have a tied game.
I just love, they play together, perfect chemistry.
And this time they're gonna try something different. Heavy emphasis out through the balcony. And guess what? Exactly. Yuri's not within that. That's exactly where you'd anticipate to find him. Instead, he's layered up inside of the bomb site with K-Serrato. Wonderful's opening kill. And Bit's got one right there with it. MongolZ tests the waters on the side of that smoke as MongolZ is behind them. And he will execute both. Not missing his moment. Bomb planted to the depth of the site as Fallen tiptoes his way to his fallen comrades.
And suddenly we're reminded how close Navi are to the finish line. Just an eco. They have improved a lot in the second half. A pistol and this force up. But they keep the lead. Doubling up on the site, no one in pit. Maybe not the safest position. Two frags on the defense. And Fallen here to punish. Wait a second, he can run it.
7 seconds! Oh, he's on it, wait! No, I think he may have this! Get back in the server right now, it's so close!
He's got it!
That is decades of experience!
The godfather of Brazilian CS to receive.
MongolZ finds the opening again. Navi are close to this bomb site. They'll try their hand once more. But the pressure is too immense, and FURIA on the brink of a 12th round. Imez got the kill back. Bit got one. At the very least, there's the swing from Wonderful. And with so, we go back to the 2v2.
Yeah, Fallen fast on the flank. He's got the clues. He knows he can get the lead up. MongolZ to join up with him. This could mean everything. Bit and Wonderful have done amazing work in these moments.
Smoke in front of Fallen. Wonderful keeps eyes on it. Instant execution. And so Navi come back from the brink of embarrassment with MongolZ stepping forward. It's Navi's 11th round as well.
We're looking for every round on this game. Bit's here to catch a push. No one's coming down mid. No one's up in halls at all.
Could be the boost that stops them in their tracks. It could be K-Serrato to chew through them. But one crosses over to the pit, makes a lot of noise in the process. That's K-Serrato's one. Fallen collects his as well. And still there's that member over towards Orange. K-Serrato's position.
Okay.
Fantastic. As FURIA survive this test and push this to the overtime rounds. Navi's faltered.
They get another chance to do it. The third rotation over to B, that's enough. A map win will disprove that, I promise.
You know, MongolZ's inched ever closer to these opening moves. No, wait.
What in the world?
No, wait, he gets past this. Okay, hold your breath.
Oh, this is a round in the bag if he plays this right, but his support dies behind him.
The bomb gets picked up by Email on the ramp. Fallen's gonna cut off the bomb. Oh, he lets it go!
Yeah, because how can you take that when you know 3 guys are going to come back at you? You don't know if there's more. Fallen!
What does he get from this? Line up on 2! The rifle works wonders! And so right back into the position that he hit from them originally. Navi scrambling to recover, will at least get that kill in the 3v3 that comes with it.
This round's not over, but another gift from Fallen means this round's possible for FURIA. Even though Yekindar died, Navi probably thought they had this one in the bag. And this is where you want to see proactivity from FURIA. They're worried, but 3-on-1, will that be possible to stop? Yuri's in his spot.
Oh, it's the right answer previously, but Yuri again giving them that space, leans back. Player over top of the balcony hits the ground. Oh, he
Bit saved it.
He thought he'd have a chance the first fight before Bit would kill him. He was wrong.
No way he can make this push, surely not.
He's right on the edge of it and he knows better. So he will sit on the other side of this. And what are Serato and MongolZ meant to do? Priming themselves for the retake, utility over top, missed, Molotov, we can't afford this now! And that frag grenade would have also landed on top of Bit, but it would have just been damaged. The attempt is in vain. Navi, strike first in OT.
Navi will not give up this lead. Before the attacks even come in, it's FURIA playing from behind. Look how much space they've given up. This is not a good looking map, Connor.
MongolZ again, this is your chance. And so to strike down MongolZ is a bit of revenge. But what's it all worth? Because Ime, with 22 kills to his name, finds that 23rd.
There's
on
enough time to split B.
Yes, sir. And you see this scrambling Yekindar running back into the spawn. But if he lets his guard down, he could get blindsided as well. Stomps back over towards the B site.
Yekindar doesn't know what to do. He's pushing back in.
One will not be enough for MongolZ, so a second one is great. There's Yekindar on the edge of the smoke, and MongolZ's triple kills found. That off is rock solid this time. FURIA answer right back in OT.
Oh my goodness, from outside, from the perimeter of the map, finding a way back into that round.
And this is the play that they were trying to set up. Does it work?
Well, let's see if they're suspicious about this. Flash comes in, shots missed. MongolZ tried to punish.
Now they'll know. But still, Yuri at least able to capitalize on that one. We've got a 5v4 here for FURIA.
But I like there's no single point of failure. Even though that shot gets missed, there's another response, right? That's what's so good about FURIA on their best days. They can make bad situations worse. Here's a moment for Yekindar. He's got to be careful with that AK. He's not getting spotted.
Oh, he's just locked in. Blindsides MongolZ. And also on top of that, sees no support. MongolZ operating on his own there. Navi are suddenly going to feel like they have been found out. And what you have left is a Hail Mary attempt to take over this A-bomb site. So again, banking on Yuri sitting inside of that pit. MongolZ, they know there's 2 ops. A retake, would it be disastrous? Yuri collects the kill to Alexi. Ime's been blind this entire time, but Alexi gets a kill from beyond the grave. And his Wonderful gets one back off the bomb plant's right there immediate.
It's Wonderful on center stage. Smoke goes down, looking for an early kill.
Gives himself room.
He's trying to bait out a push. The smoke is a little bit off, turns around.
Oh, it's right there. But he slipped in. And so Yekindar's gonna have this long wrap back around.
You think this is gonna be the ace in the hole, but Wonderful is going one step further.
Starts to come back though, worried about the walk up on the bomb site. Smoke's about to fade. Oh, and it's perfect from Yekindar.
He got there early. He walked the entire way, but he made sure to do that as quickly as possible. They're sure-footed in this moment. 30 seconds. Late Molly could come down in front of him, but this exec is coming through no matter what.
Molotov meets them. Oh, Serato's forced to go through it. It's a one and done from Wonderful. MongolZ's down to 15 bullets in that magazine, and there is no support nearby. And that had to have been his big moment. Instead, Fallen clears that bomb site, and a late arrival from the CT spawn could actually get cut down short if they don't anticipate Yekindar. And right now, it doesn't look like Alexi's ready. No, sir, blindside.
Okay. That's a response. And a map point secured, surely. Navi, 2 rounds to give us another overtime, or FURIA. They bring us to a 3rd. They get revenge on Inferno.
Whoa.
And it
Wonderful.
starts.
Just a bit too slow to step into that angle.
You just love to see MongolZ lodged into these spots.
He has come alive as this game has gone on. MongolZ missed chance as well to find his answer towards that B site. It's a lot of space given over to FURIA. And they still have a lot of time to work this. Also tethering off of the two players over towards the apartments. Remember, that is where a site, they end up getting that opening kill. But just flexing a threat towards Banana is gonna keep this defense divided. Smoke meets K-Serato. Utility has not been enough to deter him in the one round prior, so he will step through that yet again. And MongolZ comes out of the CT side. Great flash, but not enough. K-Serato cuts down two. FURIA with a massive advantage in the face of Navi's massive lead.
Fallen's smoke push was not for nothing.
MongolZ on the angle to end this. So many missed shots. But remember why we're here. Fallen and that defuse. The way that Navi could have pushed off bomb site to close and to secure those semis. This map slipped through their fingertips. And in contrast, FURIA will stand tall. They will straighten the crown that was knocked off kilter with that loss on Mirage.
Could be one-sided.
Fast.
Who knows?
Instantly out of that T-Con push. Yakindar's got the opening. Wonderful's got a bit of an answer, but with Alexi getting a couple, things stay even in the 2v2.
Oh, this is a battle.
Oh, K-Serato loses out. And so man advantage maintained here by Navi as they fight that one back.
Small site rotator, cart block. Don't let the difference here inside of Z. It's a fake. No. Flank goes down.
Yuri tiptoes his way back in. Ooh, jump. Oh. That required something from Alexi. And if you want to talk about leaders stepping up when they have to, that's that last piece of utility that FURIA brought to the table. So we'll see if they timed it correct. K-Serato inside of it. Low health for MongolZ. Oh, he slips by, finds the back of Ime. Wonderful's able to get the trade inside that T-Con. Yuri smoked off, got to offer the bomb site over to Navi. They came in with 15 seconds to spare. MongolZ is going to try to strike with the blind side, and his earlier damage to MongolZ is going to be worth it. Yuri picks that up. Man advantage here for the FURIA force buy. Desert Eagle cleared. 3v3. And as Bit scours the flanks, hoping that somebody steps up from FURIA. It's going to be a wide swing out from Z. Instant execution off of the Fallen 5-7. Bit's got the answer back. Him and Wonderful with a nice pinch over towards Icon. Secure Navi's 2-0 start.
That's one more round than they got last time.
I'm sure they're not entirely certain as to what kind of a aggressive level will come out of FURIA in the opening gun round, but really, we get down to the 50 seconds. They've been waiting everywhere for something, and eventually it happens. But it's Fallen taking a step into T-Con and dying, which kind of pulls MongolZ back because this threat of a Navi follow-up is real. And so he gives up that angle to just try to help K-Serato, who seemingly doesn't need help himself. It's 2 kills for K-Serato, but they do lose track of MongolZ. Again, he is able to find the back end of this hold. And all the while, the front side of FURIA goes swimmingly. 2 kills to K-Serato, 2 for MongolZ, and a third. It's a full house on the outer yard as FURIA's first gun round nets them a win.
Gotta love that from K-Serato. They get FURIA to push into the positions they're looking for. The 1 or 2 guys they have holding. And it's MongolZ trying to fire them up.
Saying that he's going to own, well, not this round. Wonderful gets his number, 5v3 advantage. Navi can use stomach. Momentarily taking a look here and there, but yeah, you start to hear Navi stomping all over your bomb site. And so Navi, ready for that, fight.
Oh, they almost.
Bomb is planted. At least they've got that going for them. And then Bit finds an angle over top of the smoke, which means all 3 of these players are not given a chance to survive. And we'll see if anybody else wants to take the fight to K-Serato.
What a response here from Wonderful. He's up to 8-2 already. Wasn't a huge factor. Ops in general weren't that much back on Inferno.
Feels like they will be one now.
And you know, you actually pair this round with the last where K-Serato saves the day.
Yeah.
And you go, that was actually quite a good start to the round. MongolZ is just trying to do what he did.
Faster look, Ime.
For his last 2 events.
Been a reason to play in front of this util, and Ime senses it again. K-Serato's been under pressure so many times. Wrapping around that box, popped by MongolZ.
Oh, they're getting confused.
There is an X factor to the entry power here for Navi, and they will storm that outer yard again.
Oh, Oh, this table's been flipped. They have absolutely no idea what's hitting them.
We are getting into the realm of domination now. 7-1 lead for Navi over FURIA on the T side of Train.
They said not only are we going to win this map, we're going to show you that we can beat FURIA.
Within the windows that Wonderful gives you, but now is the Opera is going to have hands busy.
He's playing this like Indiana Jones. The boulder's coming down towards him. He's trying to find his gap,
Nice.
but it gets dodged.
And now Wonderful knows that he's freed up to throw his utility, so over top it'll sail. K-Serrato still pressing forward, but needs to start inching back. He'll get caught. Bit walks right through that smoke with his. Is it Yakindar's chance to shine? Cut down to the half HP. MongolZ arrives on the scene, equalizes this 3v3, and Yakindar catches another. All while Yuri's eventually gonna get here. They can't find him fast enough, but eventually they will. And now Yuri trying to attack with only 10 seconds left on this clock. They could line up. Bomb drop. Oh! MongolZ recovers.
They saved by MongolZ.
K-Serrato's tried a whole lot of different looks in terms of holding this outer yard. Has only been successful once. Fallen, thrown forward.
Countered every time. They're just a little farther back every single time.
And they do a great job of dodging FURIA's opening moves.
Here's K-Serrato floating again.
Attempts at threats. He will take the shot to Ime. Bit doesn't walk out through that smoke this time around, so K-Serrato's allowed to live. But again, you know, Maui Snake had the praise for MongolZ because he could always still find somehow to attack you from the back line. And as the front of that A-bomb site held momentarily, Alexi B still finds the solution and the man advantage. 15 to the clock. MongolZ's cut open a wound on the other side and will go smoke into connector node. Double molly. MongolZ sits on the other side. Bomb is inevitably planted. They have got to go for the retake here. They need these round wins. But the crossfire's already been set up by Navi, and they await your attempt. This act of desperation.
Not even a damn scrap for you, FURIA.
3 kills on that op for MongolZ. This entire CT side. This kid has blown expectations out of the water in his rookie year.
But no one is better than the biggest stage. You have to prove yourself every day in this game.
Just fighting for exits is his reality in this moment. Oh, and his counterpart's gonna try to hunt him down. This threat is real. No, he gets away with it. So an op save for FURIA's final attempt on this CT side. His confidence.
And how is it that Navi are finding a game plan that totally starves them out, punish them for every aggressive option, or no other team have been able to prove this so far?
On the fadeaway.
Starting off round 12 with a 5v4 and maybe an upgrade. Maybe.
Ooh, can't even find it.
I've seen that gun go.
Yeah, doubles back and takes a bit more damage for it as well.
Oh,
Chance for MongolZ. It's gonna start feeling like it's getting dogpiled on him. Teammates here to recover, and you can see him cracking under pressure. 4 frags to his name on this half, and if he allowed Ivy to get open just now so that the rest of FURIA's efforts on the front of that bomb site are all in vain, this is nightmare fuel for the young Kazakh Opper. Teammates he can tend to rely on, stepping ever closer towards the threat of Navi. 45 seconds here. Smoke's gonna fade. Can Wonderful actually hit this shot? That MP9 up close, only a quarter HP for Yakindar. It's right there for him. Man advantage right there for the taking. Yeah, and he'll catch him on the timing. Well done, Yakindar into the op as well. One for the road here for FURIA by the looks of things, unless a 50 health MongolZ cut down to merely 12 points of HP.
Going for the op.
He's got a double back for Bomb. Okay, yeah, there it is. The second one for Fallen and friends, but they feel minuscule at the moment.
They've seen death too many times.
Beretta's on Ivy. FURIA on life support. And Ime in the backdrop is the one to get the first kill. Good on MongolZ to recover it. Oh, MongolZ!
He's an assassin.
Just instant execution over towards the T-Con. FURIA feeling suffocated as this 2 versus 4 has to come together, and it has to be MongolZ alone. There is no hope now.
Get him out.
potentially MongolZ being that difference maker, so we could point at him and say he can do it here on the biggest stage that Counter-Strike has to offer. Well, instead, MongolZ is ready to steal that spotlight.
Oh, absolutely. His main competition might be exiting after a couple of rounds.
Pistol rebuttal by MongolZ, just the one. MongolZ on for the quad kill. This outer yard belongs to him.
It's a shutdown. He's slotting in.
Fast util out from T-Con, just one player behind it. What do? How? After finding the highs that you have in 2025, can you stomach the thought of a major loss in such embarrassing fashion? A fast play, fight for your lives! K-Serrato and Yakindar with the opening two. Alexi slips out though with that MP9, taking damage all the while. They're gonna try to climb over top of him, shots being missed, but they'll recover. And so FURIA, a potential third, but MongolZ still out here, and MongolZ's a monster. As he looks on, he's gonna try to flood into the bomb site. FURIA still with a little fight left in them.
They stave him off. That's a force down. They have almost nothing to work with.
But the rifle's alive inside of this B site. This is majority stack for NAVI. We could talk about MongolZ and wonderful exceeding expectations. It's beautiful to see Bit being a rock-solid piece for this team yet again.
And just like that, the Abyss is calling you.
3v5 recovery demanded of FURIA. Their mental tested from the get-go in this quarterfinal. Earlier this season, Blade gave an interview as the struggles of NAVI were real. He would take those little wins. He said this plan was where it needed to be, that everything was in place. Believe in Blade's plan, and maybe, just maybe, it's a major miracle again. 3v5 is where FURIA will try to dig back from. You've got Wonderful on the rotation, but caught off by that Bit hold, and into the cover as he eats the flashbangs. Yakindar and K-Serrato called upon, and they will get cut down. You are stuffed, and your major run is done. The crown falls from FURIA's head, and NAVI amongst the 4 teams that'll chase it to the end. This major is truly now open for the taking.
What a surprise. Guns for $1 yet again. Not tired? Stop wasting time and money on junk. With Hellcase, your inventory will turn into a fairy tale.